Hey folks, welcome to another round of Modern Wave. Christopher Floyd playing Yorion Blink, aka 4-color Omnath, aka Moneypile. And Josh Lindy playing Grixis Death Shadow. So this is game 2 of the match. Christian won game 1. We were having stream issues on Monday, and the first game was really picture-in-picture slideshowy. And it wouldn't be a fun time for you guys to watch it. So we're going to start with game 2. This is after I switched the Wi-Fi over to something else. And everything was working. But yeah, this is game 2 of the match. Christian won game 1. Cool. Alright. So we're going to leave it on. Josh is going to lead on a Polluted Delta. Just passing. Christian's going to fetch with a Misty, grab a Snow-Covered Forest, and plant Abundant Growth. Which, honestly, Abundant Growth is... It's a card I really like in these decks. It's kind of like, it's very simplistic. But man, it's so good in the Yorion decks. You get the color fix, you get to do other, like, you get the draw card. If you cast Yorion and the Sky Noodle resolves and you get the blink trigger, you can blink the Abundant Growth to draw more cards. It's very good. And then Grixis Death Shadow is, you know, Grixis Death Shadow usually runs like a well-oiled machine. Does what it usually wants to do. Interact for days. Play a Death Shadow at some point while making it huge, and then slam a dress down to kill you.
I don't know, does that deck play Spell Pierce?
Christian's gonna shotgun a Stomping Ground. Probably gonna see a red and 6 here. Yes, indeedy. That card is something else. I don't know. So both of these decks are pretty much the same as they were before Neon Dynasty came out. I don't think anything. I believe both decks are Josh's. I think Christian was borrowing Josh's deck. I don't think any changes have been made yet. I know Josh is talking about putting a Procedure into the Blink deck. I don't know if he wants to try anything in Grixis Death Shadow. I think the Black Channel land might be decent. The Mire, the Tatsuyu or something like that. It might be pretty good. I'm not sure. The concept of like being able to mill 3 more cards, or discard it, mill 3 cards, buy back Death Shadow or Kroxa. Well, you wouldn't buy back Kroxa, but buy back Death Shadow, Lurrus if it's died, a couple other things. It seems pretty good. It also fuels the graveyard for Kroxa. There's not a Planeswalker that I plays right now, but if you ever played Planeswalker again,
is it too late for me
would
to
be
get
pretty solid.
To get it to die?
They're talking about at what point you can dress down
no,
for sack itself. And because they're friends, like, you just do it in my second main, that way it sacked itself in the end step.
Yeah.
Josh just wanted to draw a card. It still kind of baffles me that Dress Down draws a card. Like, why? Is there Expressive Iteration? We're gonna look at the top 3 cards right now.
I don't actually know,
Love
I think
that
even
card,
if
man.
you called a judge,
Literally every time he gets played in a feature match, I'm just like, that card's sick.
because nothing has changed. You would, I would just get priority again in my main phase.
I mentioned it in another video, but I was testing Legacy for a tournament that I'm going to, and I'm playing Demir, and I was like, oh man, I really miss Expressive Iteration. There's just something about it. Right? Josh is going to shock down the Blood Crypt down to 12. Probably to cast that Dragon's Rage Channeling. Yes, indeed. I don't think anything else gets added to the Grixis deck from Neon Dynasty. I'm trying to think of like a good Grixis card. You could, I mean, if you want to go into more of a controlling route, because I know there's the version that plays Death Shadow, which is the more popular version, and in my opinion, the better one. Then there's the version that doesn't play Death Shadow and operates more on a control aspect. And so there's a card that's an uncommon. It's called Discover the Impossible. That I find to be kind of interesting from Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. It's 2 generic, 1 blue. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. You may choose one of them, exile it, put the other 4 on the bottom, and then if it was an instant, you can instant CMC 2 or less, you may cast it for free. And if it's not an instant, you just put the card in your hand. So it's a selective draw spell, but it's kind of cute, like the ability to dig deep and find to like a counter spell or like a Draw on the Lock or a Lightning Bolt. I wish it hit sorceries too. Like I really wish you could.
Because I
Alright, cool.
fetched, like,
Casting
top
Sorcery iteration off of it.
I missed him.
That might be a little too good.
Something.
It's an interesting card. I've played around with it. I've been testing one copy as like a fun of one of, and as a Murktide. Thought about it in Death Shadow. I think Blue Eye Control could play it, but they have other stuff they're playing or they're trying to work around with right now. So it could slot into the Grixis deck maybe. Blink honestly could probably try it out too. I mean, they got 80 cards. They have room to try like one of the two of us. And then the only other thing I think Blink adopts from the potentially adopts from the set is just the channel lands like Besiju, maybe Sokenzan, which I don't know if they would play Sokenzan. I don't know if the two bodies is really that important, but it does give you a pseudo alt win con, right? Like you can just keep buying it back with Ren and 6 and making 2 guys every turn. What I'm interested in relation to that card is if oh, what's the name? There's a Dothy Voidwalker coming out. Crap. Indomitable Creativity. If any of the creativity decks pick up that card, just because it's a way to end step make creatures on your opponent's turn for you to then pop with your creativity. Yeah, we're just gonna bolt the Dothy. Now the bolt gets exiled to the Dothy, and then game mechanical check. Toughness. I'm a big fan of Dothy Woodwalker in the Grixis deck. There's a Foxes too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Dothy in these like style of decks, especially when you're playing like 7 to 8
Dude, this deck's too good.
like selective hand control options.
Take 2 things.
I feel like it has to be
I
good.
still lose.
I was playing it in my board for a while, and I was playing Grixis. I think I've recently taken it out. I don't think it's in there currently. But looking at the foil and the lightning bolt, it's a really pretty lightning bolt. M10 foils are nice. You got flavor text. Like, honestly, I think it's like the premier art for lightning bolt, in my opinion. The Chris Rush ones are beautiful. I think the M10 one takes the cake for me. Though the Hadouken from the Street Fighter one's also pretty good. I'm not crazy about the Universes Beyond thing, but Hadouken being lightning bolt is kind of cute. Alright, expressive iteration revealing a land that we can play for turn. A card that we cannot see is going on the bottom, and then something else. I feel like I've seen less and less of the Blink deck in the last couple like 5-0 dumps and challenge results. I haven't been paying terribly too much attention. Let's actually check it right now. I'm kind of curious. Alright, Josh is going to shotgun the 6 here. Modern Showcase Challenge number 2. Oh, Jesse one of Hammer. Live again, Grixis, John Food, okay.
Yep.
Titan, Hammer. 4-color Blink got 14th place. And 23rd place, 26th place, 29th place. And that was for the Sunday challenge. And the Saturday, that was for one of them. So it's still putting up like results, because in the other challenge I got 5th place. 5th place, 17th place, 28th place. And 26th. It's interesting. I don't know, because I feel like for a while it was like a dominant force. I don't know if people just don't want to play it anymore, or if people are just, you know, not too big a fan of it. I know that like the Moto Hive Mind for a little while was like, yo, this deck's crazy, this deck's really fun to play. You just play all the good cards, let's play it. Because it was putting up like steady results for a while. But again, I feel like I've seen it dropping off a little bit. But I guess that's how the Moto meta just like rotates around a little bit and changes all the time. Like right now, I know Titan and Hammer are really big on Moto because of, you know, new stuff that they got to play with. I know Spike keeps saying that they are like the decks to beat right now. I'm sure eventually we'll work our way back to Grixis or Death Shadow being like in that echelon of quote-unquote decks to beat. The show just interacts with those two decks really well. God knows it has a good matchup at the Titan, which hurts me spiritually. But here comes Alaris. Alaris is going to cast the bauble. I don't know. I could be wrong. It might honestly be better instead of using the bauble to... I don't know what his hand is right now. So you could always just like end step, flash in the dress down, and try and lock Christian out of creature abilities. Still draws him a card. But like at this rate he can... I mean, he can currently bluff Drown the Lock and interaction spells. Crispin's going to fetch out a 12.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm finishing. Yeah, I was just checking my cards in the graveyard. You know.
I wonder if, like, what exact configuration of like this is. Because there's like 3 different variants, I feel like now. There's like the heavy red version, the Eternal Witness version, or the green version that plays Eternal Witness, and then there's a green version that doesn't play Eternal Witness. There could even I don't remember if the Time Warp combo is still played in the Ewit loop, but I mean I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Bunnigrowth's going to draw a card.
Fury.
Because they hardcast Fury. Gets Drowned in the Locked. Which is good. Saves Josh's alerts.
You have a bunch of cards in hand.
What is blinkable for Christian? We have 2 Abundant Groves.
Cast 1 Thoughtseize.
I kind of feel like Josh is supposed to start looping the dress down soon. Terminate Death Shadow. I'm going to untap here. Wonder what he's doing.
Could have another Fury.
What cards and decks have you folks been playing with out post Kamigawa Neon Dynasty? Been playing anything cool? Have you jumped into the rabbit hole that is all of the affinity decks that are floating around, or the 8-cast decks? Because there's some cool stuff going around, and I am a fan. My coworker has a really cool 8-cast deck that he's been toying with. My other coworker Mike, he's been playing Hammer with Reality Chip in it. Channel lands are all sick. There's just a lot of cool stuff from this set. So let me know what you're playing down below. Are you playing the Umezawa ninja deck? Trying to put Blightsteel Colossus into play? Huh? My other coworker was trying that one. And it's a cute combo. It's just kind of inconsistent, but I'm sure there's a way to build the deck where you might not like lean into that combo. There's a dress down coming out. Yeah, you might not like lean into that combo. You might just like work on value engineering. Right, good draw here. It's always funny. The Abundant Growth makes the land, makes it always look like there's more lands than there are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lands. But it looks like he has 9. is Metagaming on the Death Shadow.
Move my insta. That's sex. Okay.
Fetches down to 8 here. It's a tap scheme ends this time, okay. Not looking to push his life any lower. Dressstone's going to sack the end step. Crispin, after it sacrifices, is going to cast a Solitude here to exile the Lyris of the Dream Den. Which put Josh up to 11. Oh.
1, 2, 3. You're up to 11.
Josh is in not a great spot here. I think Christian is like definitively in control of this game.
Off the lifelink attack.
I had that. I must have just missed my thing.
Excuse me?
Call for turn?
Yeah.
Alright, you got it. So what? You did have
And
the solid,
Josh
right?
is going to scoop it up.
Yeah.
Not really holding anything. And then Christian
That turn, I was
is
like,
going to be able to draw
the
a
only
crap
thing
ton of
that
cards.
punishes
So.
me for not pitch
And then
casting.
again, run away with the game there. So
And,
Christian's going to take 2-0 with Yorion playing
round
against
plus
Grixis Death Shadow. Thank you for watching, folks. Have a great rest of your day.